Let's get one thing straight. This isn't just a court case. This is a war. A full-blown, high-stakes legal fight that could change NASCAR forever. And right at the center of the firestorm, Denny Hamlin, Michael Jordan, and the future of 23XI racing. Yeah, you heard that right, because 5 weeks ago, 23XI was just another playoff-caliber team with championship dreams. But now, they're hanging on by threads. No charter, no guarantees, no safety net. Just a team going to battle with the most powerful organization in stock car racing. And the scary part? They might win. But let's rewind, because you need to understand how we got here. Because this story, it's bigger than Hamlin. It's bigger than MJ. This is about who really controls NASCAR. And if this lawsuit goes sideways, everything, and I mean everything, could change. Back to the beginning. It started with charters, NASCAR's version of a franchise system. 36 golden tickets that guarantee race entries, sponsor visibility, and millions in value. But here's the problem. These charters aren't permanent. They're leased. And every team is at the mercy of NASCAR to keep or lose them. Denny Hamlin? He wasn't okay with that. Michael Jordan? He definitely wasn't okay with that. And Front Row Motorsports? Same story. So earlier this year, they sued NASCAR, alleging the entire charter system is anti-competitive, unfair, and violates federal antitrust laws. In simple terms, they claimed NASCAR was running a monopoly, a rigged system, and they weren't going to play by the old rules anymore. Fast forward, the court says nope at first. It looked like 23XI had a shot. The courts granted a temporary injunction, letting them keep their charters while the case played out. But then came the hammer. Last month, a federal appeals court vacated the injunction. Translation: NASCAR won round one. The charters are gone. And 23XI Racing. They're no longer guaranteed entry into races. They're now open teams, meaning they have to qualify every single week. No show-up money, no locked-in status, no protection if things go wrong. This isn't just a step back. This is a gut punch, a ticking time bomb. And yet, Denny Hamlin, he's not flinching. He's not folding. In fact, he's leaning in harder. We're not done. We'll go to court. We'll fight this in December, and all will be exposed. That was Hamlin's message. And if you think that was just a soundbite for the cameras, think again. Sources close to the team say this is personal. 23XI believes they've been disrespected, dismissed, denied a seat at the table, while NASCAR makes billions. And they're not backing down. Why this matters for every team? You might be thinking, okay, this is just Hamlin and MJ being dramatic. What does it matter for the rest of NASCAR? It matters because if 23XI wins this case, the entire charter system could be ruled illegal. That means no more guaranteed entries, no more protection for the Hendricks, the Penske's, the Childresses, a return to chaos, race your way in, or stay home. And if they lose, it cements NASCAR's power in stone. They own the sport, they control the access, and every team becomes a renter in a system they don't own. Either way, this lawsuit isn't just a legal battle, it's an earthquake. And the aftershocks will be felt by every driver, every sponsor, and every fan in the sport. The real strategy behind the scenes. Now let's be clear, Hamlin and MJ didn't launch this fight blindly. This was calculated, strategic, surgical. They've hired top-tier lawyers. They've done the math. They know exactly how much money this system controls and who it benefits. And they're betting on something big, that a judge or a jury will look at NASCAR's structure and see a monopoly, that they'll side with the teams, and that for the first time in decades, NASCAR will be forced to share power. This is about legacy, control, leverage. And Denny Hamlin, he's risking everything to break the wheel. The clock is ticking. The final showdown, December 1st, 2025. That's when the full trial begins. Months of discovery, dozens of witnesses, emails, contracts, internal policies. It's all coming out. And once it does, we might see a side of NASCAR the public's never seen before. Imagine financial statements, charter negotiations, exclusive deals, all on record, all in court, all under oath. This is bigger than a race. This is a war for the future of the sport. Of course, NASCAR's not just sitting still. They've updated the rulebook, giving open teams a lifeline. They now allow up to 6 open entries to qualify based on owner points, even without a charter. It's a smart PR move. They're trying to look flexible, accommodating, but don't be fooled. This is about control. They're letting 23XI race, but on their terms. And if 23XI stumbles, misses a race, that could cost them sponsors, momentum, and credibility before trial even starts. The pressure's on. And NASCAR's playing hardball. What drivers and teams really think. Behind the scenes, you better believe people are talking. Some are supporting Hamlin, quietly. Others, not so much. Because here's the truth. If 2311 wins, the system breaks. But if they lose, NASCAR becomes untouchable, and no one wants to be the next team on the chopping block. So for now, everyone's watching, no one's speaking, but make no mistake, the garage is holding its breath. How this changes everything. Let's say 2311 does win this trial. Now what? NASCAR would be forced to either create a permanent franchise model like other sports, or abolish charters entirely. That means new teams, more innovation, more diversity, but also more risk, more instability. Sponsors would have to bet on teams without guaranteed race entries. Smaller teams might die. Big teams could consolidate. The landscape would shift overnight. We're talking about a total redesign of NASCAR's business model. That's how big this is. OR, is this the beginning of the end for 2311? Let's be real for a second. There's another scenario here, and it's not pretty. 2311 loses. The court sides with NASCAR, and the team is left with no charter, no leverage, and no future. Sponsorship dries up, driver contracts get shaky, and suddenly, one of the most exciting teams in modern NASCAR becomes a cautionary tale. Think it can't happen? Ask Red Bull Racing, ask Evernham, ask DEI. NASCAR history is filled with teams that got caught on the wrong side of change. And 2311, they're walking the edge of a knife. So what now? We're 5 months from trial. The tension is building, the sport is watching, and no one knows how it ends. But here's what we do know. Denny Hamlin didn't pick this fight to lose it. Michael Jordan didn't invest in NASCAR to play nice. And 2311 racing didn't come this far just to fade out quietly. They're betting on change. And whether they win or lose, this trial will define the next era of NASCAR. Is Hamlin a hero fighting for fairness, or is he throwing grenades in a sport that's finally stable? Will NASCAR adapt or crush the resistance? Let us know what you think in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dive NASCAR drama, and buckle up because the future of the sport is on trial, and the verdict, it's coming fast.